welcome back to my channel. This is Heike and you're watching Stone Cold Coffee Crafts. I have my furry assistant Lola the ragdoll cat here with me. She is demanding cuddles, and since she could not be in the video because, as you can see, I am doing a kid up with me video there, and the last thing I need is a cat on the table. I mean, she comes in there at one point, but it's usually mess and destruction. So I actually filmed this on Monday. Today is Wednesday the 28th. So I filmed this on Monday, and I actually try to do this as I'm actually talking while I'm kitting this up. It was a mess. I am at the point where I'm so exhausted that my ability to make sense and my English is slowly starting to go. So I predict that I'm going to take longer breaks to try to formulate my sentences. That's usually what happens when I'm at the point where I would need a whole lot of sleep. But as I've mentioned before, my body doesn't let me. It's still going. It's still going. Anyway, I am kitting up a Diamond Art Club kit in this video. I am not yet telling you which one it is because this is my new diamond painting theme of the month painting for August, so I don't want to spoil that. It is a painting I have not unboxed on my channel yet, if I'm not completely wrong. I don't think I have. I have filmed the unboxing and it's been on my hard drive since June. I think maybe end of May. I've lost all sense of time by now. And I'm going to try and post the unboxing on the 2nd of August. So reveal of the theme would be on the 1st and you will see the kit there, and then I'll show you the unboxing on the 2nd. There's no way to fit it in before unless I do multiple videos a day, and I don't want to do that. So anyway, I am preferring to use the Dries storage container system. You probably have seen these little boxes. A lot of people use it. There is currently also a Chinese knockoff available. Helpful of me to hold it in the camera right there. I mostly have the boxes that have just the smallest size in there. Which is also me planning ahead for a time when I no longer do diamond painting, because this time is going to come at some point. And this is actually a bead storage system originally. And for beads, especially seed beads and small stuff like that, the tiny containers will be enough. But for diamond painting, I also recommend, if you want to go with this system, to get at least one of the assorted boxes, which has 4 sizes. You see 3 of them on camera here, and there's also the biggest container, which is currently on the right on my table, because I already knew that I would need a couple of them for this painting. I saw that someone recently asked how many bags fit in which size of container. You will see me struggling in this footage because I am very bad at eyeballing it, and sometimes I have to pour beads into a container and then pour them into a smaller or bigger one because I miscalculate the size. Usually, if I'm not sure if something won't fit in my container, I try not to put the label on before I actually try it if it will fit. You will also see me not always doing this in this footage because, yeah. As far as labeling the containers go, my system of doing this is actually just labeling them with the DMC number. I put them in order into the storage and I work them in order when I do the painting sections, unless I have sections with a lot of colors in there that I don't like. Then I usually treat myself and do my favorite color last. I was talking there about the fact that I don't put the symbols on the containers, with the one exception of the Diamond Painting Deutschland kits, because those come with 200 something to 300 something colors per painting, the Josephine Wall at least, and they provide you with already a pre-printed um, sheet of these little labels with the number and the symbol. And for this big kit, I'm actually using it and I'm liking it. But for something like the Diamond Art Club, I prefer to use these labels I made with my brother label printer. Yes, Diamond Art Club provides stickers. Feel free to use them. I usually don't because I found it hard to remove them from the container afterwards. I tried it once and I was not a big fan. I have recently seen, and this is actually ingenious, and I have no idea why such an easy ingenious fix never even occurred to me a moment in time. But you can put washi tape on the container and then put the Diamond Art Club sticker on top of the washi tape. And then you won't have an issue removing anything afterwards because washi tape usually gets off everything easily. So yeah, but I'm still sticking to my way of doing this. So I print these these little numbers ahead of time and then I just label the containers as I go. I've also pre-sorted, I pre-cut the beads because I thought I would be talking while kitting up and I thought the crinkling would be very distracting if I didn't do it. But I pre-cut the bags and sorted them into little piles. So they're on the left next to my hand, you see all the 100 colors and then I have piles for every group of colors. Yeah, so another week, more craziness. I think the last time I did a WIP Chat, I actually told you about this wonderful second stay my dad had in the hospital because of his gut issues. He had a giant inflammation in his colons and also other parts. It spread into more parts because it was so bad. And he had this appointment with a local doctor. Yeah, this actually rather bad lighting did show the AB effect. That's what I'm showing you there. Because it for once actually shows that the AB on the white is this pretty pink, green, blue sparkle, extra oomph on them. But as I said, he had this appointment with a local doctor, specialized doctor, who was supposed to schedule a colonoscopy with him. Um, During that appointment, he said that he did not plan to do that before September because he thought that actually his intestines still needed some time to heal up. It is rather dangerous to do a colonoscopy when you have an inflammation going on and at a certain threshold of yeah, if the inflammation is at a certain threshold of severeness, it's actually basically trying to kill someone if you do the colonoscopy because it's very dangerous then to go in there with anything. It might rupture. So that's why he initially wanted to wait a little longer. But when my parents went there and had this first talk with him, they also brought him the paperwork and the report from the hospital. And afterwards, he read that, and what he read there um, changed his mind. The report, according to him, was so confusing and all over the place, and basically such a doomsday report that he did not feel comfortable to wait another 4 weeks. So he pretty much shoved him into his work week this week. So the colonoscopy was yesterday. We are done with that. It was not fun to actually learn what was in the report. I don't know how it is in other countries. One issue we have here with doctors in Germany is that they are really bad, really, really bad at just sitting down and explaining to you what is going on with you. They write up their report, and I think somewhere along the line of the, I don't know, 6 to 10 years they spent in a university, they unlearn how to talk normal people German because they absolutely incapable of telling a normal person what is wrong with them. They have all these fancy words, and regular people don't understand them, and they don't even try to make it easy on them. Usually, I like to say, if you want to know something, ask the nurse, because they will take the time and they also still have the ability to explain it to you in a way that a regular person will understand. Um, but I guess this report was even so convoluted and complicated that it was too much to ask a nurse to translate it if she even saw it. I doubt that she saw it, or, or he, but I think the nurses this time were all female. So yeah, the doctor read it and it was so confusing to him because, for example, he already said it can't be cancer. They would have seen it on the CT scan, on the CAT scan. Um, so they should know that it's not that, but they still put in the report that it could be. And yeah, so appointment happened, and we have to wait for the lab results. He took some samples. We have to wait for the lab results, but basically what he said, he did not see um, anything truly bad in there. There were still some remnants of the infection he had. That's where he took some samples off and sent them off to the lab, but he wasn't sure if we would get the results back before he closes his office for his summer vacation. So if that doesn't happen, we will have to wait a couple weeks more until we know what caused, or hopefully know what caused this big infection he had. But so far it is looking good. He also had a look at his stomach, not just his colons, but there was nothing in there either, so everything is looking good. It might just have been a coincidence. It might have been related to the heart issues. We don't know. We are just very relieved right now that it is not cancer. I think that was the biggest worry we all had, because with colon cancer, it's one of those cancer types, if you already have major symptoms, it is quite often very late to start treatment. So we are thankful that it's not that. Um, the positive thing is that my mom actually bartered with my father. I mean, we always knew he had to do this, but he was not super enthusiastic about it. I think this was the fourth time he had to do it, and it's not something that is fun. So she basically bartered with him. If he went in and did it now, she would make an appointment and have one done as well, which I am very glad about, because I mentioned before that I don't know if I mentioned it actually in a WIP Chat, but I know I mentioned it in one of the comments you lovely people left me last time. My uncle, I have four uncles, four brothers on my mother's side, and one of them was diagnosed with colon cancer. I think it is 10 years ago now. It has been long enough that he is officially cured at the moment. I mean, he still has to do checkups and stuff. You never get rid of those. But I think it's like after 5 years, you are pronounced cured, and he is past that point now. But he was diagnosed with that, and usually colon cancer means if you have it in the family, you should really, really, really do the checkup. You always should do that, but if you have it in the family, please, 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 please do it. I know it's not a fun thought. Believe me, I'm not looking forward to doing it myself. But I think rather safe than sorry. It's just me. So she's doing that now. She made her appointment. It is actually the original appointment my dad had. So she inherited that one. And yeah, September, beginning of September. So I applaud that. I am sorry. That was something caught in my throat. Fun. I have a bit of a scratchy throat today anyway. So that was just what I needed. Okay, on to the next patient, Miss Lola. I would say yesterday. Yesterday being the 27th was the first day she was finally back to normal to a certain degree. Um, I noticed right away that she was taking it much harder this time than the other times. She had to have something done and had to be um, put under for it. So it's been nearly 2 weeks. So today is actually the 2 week mark after the dental surgery. So I'm glad she's finally bouncing back. I think she's coping quite well. She finally is a bit more energetic and cheerful. So I hope we are past this, and I hope it was the last time she had to go through this. It's always a hard thing to do to these poor kitties when they are in pain, and you know that it's not going to be easy on their system, especially now that they are a bit older. So I hope it was the last time it was necessary. Yeah, she's doing better and we are happy. She has been very cuddly, so I'm happy about that. Though I have to say she is currently avoiding any type of cuddling that involves her on my lap. Usually she likes to pin me down on the couch by sitting on my lap for hours and hours. She doesn't do that, but she claims her quality time at night in bed for sure. Jeez. Yeah. So, what else was new this week? Uh, I had a bit of a fun day yesterday. Uh, let let me tell you, there is just no week without some kind of thing going wrong. So yesterday morning I woke up and I decided I had to wash a couple of blankets we have on our couch and also in our bed. Um, Mainly the couch I chose a few years ago is a very light color, and the moment I saw it here in my living room, I knew, okay, if someone sits on this with a regular jeans, for example, it is absolutely going to rub off, and the couch is going to have color stains. So from day one, we kept a blanket on the cushions you actually sit on. So from time to time I have to wash those, especially because I have a cat that likes to throw up on everything, especially the things she lies on, like our bed or the couch. It's Miss Nelly, in case you're wondering. She didn't do it this time, but I realized it had been quite some time since I had washed that blanket, and sometimes, yeah, that just needs to happen. So I threw those two blankets in the washing machine, thought nothing of it, and when I stepped back into the bathroom, it was flooded. That was like 2 hours later or so when the cycle was over. So it looks like my washing machine is going the way of the dodo. Which fun. I mean, at least I I wiped the floor one more time than I usually would. And I also finally cleaned underneath. I have a small drawer cabinet in the bathroom, which I usually don't move to clean under it because I am one of these people. And if you have an issue with that, I'm sorry, but I'm just being real here. I am one of these people who firmly believes in dirt I don't see is not there. So, but the water helpfully um, pushed all the dirt out from under this cabinet. So I completely cleaned the bathroom floor, including the furthest corner behind the door and also underneath the drawer cabinet. So yay for that. So now I have to look into getting a new washing machine because I already spoke to the boyfriend about it, and he is, I think I mentioned that before, he sometimes likes to try and challenge himself and tinker with stuff like this, but usually he's not very enthusiastic about it and not the biggest handyman. So he does not want to touch the washing machine, even though I threatened him with the fact that I was not going to call for a service because that would be, um, considering the age. There's me miscalculating and having to redistribute beats, and I already put the label down. I think. Not sure. Maybe not. Maybe I just decided it's just so little beats that don't fit in there that I'm just going to use a second container. That could also be the case. Anyway, I basically threatened him with the fact that I was going to buy a new washing machine because the machine is old enough that calling for someone to repair it will actually be unreasonable expensive compared to just buying a new one. Um, because these services are they are so expensive. So I guess that's what I'm doing right now. I have had a look at washing machines yesterday. I am quite fascinated, let me tell you that. There are washing machines with Wi-Fi now. I have no idea why. Am I supposed to chat with my washing machine on Facebook? Please tell me. Maybe I'm missing out here. Does my washing machine need a Twitter account? Anyway, they come with Wi-Fi now, which I find very fascinating. But I think the one I have now chosen to replace my current one doesn't have that. But I actually like that it has a steaming function. Um, I don't know if I would actually want to steam any laundry in there because I would be afraid of shrinking. Isn't that a thing with steam as well? But it's actually nice to steam the machine to clean it basically. So the problem with washing machines I find is that with all the low temperature washing we are doing, is that a lot of bacteria can happily grow in a washing machine. You are not using the high temperatures we did use in the past to kill it all off. And I would highly urge you, if you've heard this tip, I would highly urge you not to use any type of vinegar or citric acid. I think is the same thing. Not to use that. It will kill the bacteria. It will also kill um, anything rubber in your machine. So I would not recommend that. Even if it's actually working with the smell and stuff, you might have a flooded bathroom, as I did, or if you have a separate laundry room, then jealous and congratulations. Um, but I would not recommend that. Um, it will hurt the rubber. There she is, creating havoc. I was telling you that she recently threw a whole tray of black drills on the floor. That's why I'm not very enthusiastic to have her on the table while kidding up. But isn't she pretty? So yeah, I think I found a washing machine. It is very reasonable priced. I will have to order it, of course. We are still currently buying as much as we can online. I think all the shops currently have reopened, but we haven't been out yet to do any shopping that isn't necessary. So usually we would only do grocery shopping and that's it. And I decided I'm going to order the washing machine online too, because I have to have it delivered anyway, and I've done so in the past with other big stuff. So yeah, that was the first fun stuff. And once I finally had the bathroom back in order, and had plastered the whole floor with towels to soak up whatever water was still coming out because the washing cycle was still not finished, I managed to give myself the dumbest injury on on this on this green earth. I came in here and I wanted to throw something in the paper bin, and the paper bin is right behind that box Lola likes to sleep in. And she was actually in there sleeping happily away, totally ignoring my struggle with the water in the bathroom, which I was very thankful for because usually she is on me like white on rice and giving me all the helpful tips in the world. Um, but I miscalculated my step and I actually accidentally kicked one of the flaps of the box. This has never happened to me before. But the moment I did that, I knew that I had cut myself on this dumb box, and I really cut my my big toe open. Bled like crazy. I always thought that head wounds bleed like crazy, but yeah, your big toe will too if you cut it on a cardboard box. So the cat was not impressed with me, not at all, because I had woken her up with my idiocy. And then I was, for whatever reason, very angry with myself, and that annoyed her even further. But that was my day yesterday, and I was very impressed with that. But I've learned from some of my coworkers that it has been a stupid day all the way through. So I heard no one who was telling me yesterday, "Hey, I had a fantastic day." It was just the same as today. A lot of people actually said that they had such a hard time falling asleep last night, even though they were tired the moment they were in bed. They were wide awake. It's the same thing I went through, and it was completely bonkers because I have been tired yesterday from the moment I clocked off work um, till the moment I switched off the light. I still wonder if I had just laid down yesterday, if I would have gotten a few more hours of sleep in because the day today was hard. Getting through the full 8 hours of work was really hard. So, not the funnest thing in the world. Whatever is my throat is really annoying me. Yeah, so this is all the craziness that's going on. The rest of my life currently is still work, which is more craziness. Um, I don't know. I feel like it has to calm down at some point, but it just won't. I have one office move going down probably in 2 weeks from today, and I you would think that some people have never moved in their life with the way how incompetent they are in supporting the preparation of an office move. I mean, if you are given the additional job and title of office manager, I would really think that you are not completely overwhelmed by figuring out normal day life stuff. The office manager for this one, he is hopeless. He is absolutely hopeless and he's driving me crazy. And I was this close to booking a ticket and a hotel room and to go there in 2 weeks, even though we are still not supposed to travel during the current times, and it's also a very, very big travel for me. I mean, I know my American friends, you are going to think I'm crazy when I say what a big, big travel here is in Germany, but remember that Germany, I think, is the same size roughly as Texas. So one state, one state, that's my whole country, even if it's a big state. And for this office move, I would have had an at least 6 hour travel one way just to hold someone's hand. So today I spoke with my fellow project manager who was supposed to assist me with this move from the first place because he is actually living up there and it's his home base. So he was supposed to help me, and then he had a motorcycle accident. He had some very serious injuries, broke his collarbone, broke 5 ribs, broke 2 vertebrae. So it's not a joke, but he is already back at work. Apparently, he is incapable of having too much downtime. crazy man. But at least at least he still has a lot of humor with the situation. I think he's just happy that he's still alive, honestly, because this could have ended so much worse. Um, and he is going to help with coordinating people on move day and help the moving company collect the right stuff and stuff like that, so I don't have to go up there. He was quite happy to do that, actually. I was kind of anxious to ask him about that, but I just need someone who has somewhat of a cool head on his shoulders and is able to keep an overview. And I told him, I don't need to do you and don't need you to do anything physical. I just need you to be there and basically point people at stuff, so we don't have a big mess in the end. Good thing is that he also knows the office um, these people are moving into, because it's one he opened in, I think, 2018, if I'm not completely mistaken. So he knows everything quite well. I don't have to prepare and coach him. So let's keep our fingers crossed that this is going to work out. And it will not keep me occupied as long as the first one I did in March this year, because I'm still not done with that one. The site manager for that one is driving me up a wall in a different kind of way. He gets into everything and he makes everything his problem, and he wants to solve everything himself, and complete opposite of the one I'm dealing with right now. But both are driving me crazy. I need something in between. Please be able to pull up your own pants, but also don't try to bring world peace when it's not requested of you. Yeah, I know, first world problems. I just wish that people would realize that it does not help me if everyone gets all up into my business, even though I tell them, please stop this. I have it covered. Yeah, but apparently I need all the help I can get, I guess. That's just what drives me absolutely crazy. And then, of course, I talked about this before. I had the offer to return to um, the assignment I had in 2019, and I, in the end, decided to actually do that. I was a bit reluctant about that, but I took the plunge because I think I am better equipped to handle this now, and also with the pandemic, there isn't as much senseless traveling as there used to be in the past, and I don't think they are going to do in the future as much as they used to in the past, because they have realized that they can do much more from remote than they thought before. Which doesn't mean no traveling, there will be traveling. And there's this biggest container I was talking about. So to the person who wondered how many of these bags fit in there, these are the biggest ones you will get, as far as bags go, and 3 of those fit into the biggest container. Yeah. So what else did happen? Not much really. Like I said, it's all work and then a little play. Um, Once again, I know you keep telling me don't apologize, girl, but once again, apologies for the very irregular schedule my videos are currently having. I will not fight it. At this point, I have resigned myself to the fact that I'm currently going through a phase where I just can't get any kind of regularity into my uploading schedule. Um, Whenever I try, I feel like I fail even harder, and then the break is going to get longer. So I have decided to go with the flow now. I know you've been telling me that for a long time too, so thank you for being smarter than me, and sorry for me not taking your advice. I just want order. I'm a Virgo. I need order. But it's just not happening right now. So I'm right now in this is weird place. I don't know if you can sympathize with that, but I'm in that weird place where I'm getting mixed messages from my brain all the time. Like intellectually, I know that preparing these videos for upload is not taking as much effort and time as my emotional brain is making up right now. So it's always this fight between, oh, this is going to take so much time. I don't have the energy. I don't wanna. Basically, a 5-year-old throwing a temper tantrum in the supermarket. And on the other hand, I have logical brain over there who keeps telling me, you have basically stopped any real editing on these videos. You only slap on your intro, your outro, you put in a little bit of music. That back got ripped. That's what I'm showing you there. Um, and then that's about it. You don't listen back to anything any longer. In the past, I used to listen back to every video before I uploaded it in full length, to look for any type of weird phrasing or completely miswording something, and I would throw in these little text bloopers and stuff, just because I felt I should take this care. I still feel like I should take this care, but I know I currently don't have the energy to do that, and if I tried, I would never upload again, probably, because I would talk myself into this being all too much for me. I know myself. I'm weird. So yeah, logical brain is telling me all you do is an intro and outro, a bit of music, and then the rendering is done by the software, and then you have to basically upload this whole thing, which consists of you have to put a description box together. Okay, you have to get a few links for that, and yada yada yada. So basically, it's this fight between good and evil about, is it too much effort to finish this? Because filming is not a problem. I am filming constantly. Sometimes I throw it out afterwards, especially um, any type of chatty stuff recently because of the issues I described I currently have with concentrating and actually getting proper sentences out. It's not just English. English is just the first to go, but I've noticed that I have the same issues now with German, which is my native language, and I'm quite capable of on a normal day in life, but not right now. So I've thrown out stuff. I've also thrown out stuff because I have filmed it and then not uploaded it. Like for example, I filmed this second on another crafty note video week before last, I think. It's absolutely outdated now. Not so much content-wise because I haven't done a whole lot more non-diamond painting, non-stitchy crafting since I filmed this, so I'd still plan to upload this. Um, but it's like 2 weeks old now. And sometimes I don't want to upload this. If it's not an unboxing or a final review, I feel like it doesn't make sense at that point. I hope you understand what I mean. So what I'm saying is I'm currently my biggest enemy. There are literally two boss fights right now, going on all the time with, can I film this and then can I edit and upload this? Can I film this is usually not so hard, so I guess it's not really a boss. It's one of these, if you played Super Mario back in the day, it's one of these smaller bosses in between and not Bowser himself. But yeah, that's what's going on right now, and it's really going on my nerves because I'm not one of these people who is always going and doing stuff. I am quite capable of wasting a day away, and I don't feel guilty about that, but I think right now it's taking ridiculous measures. Um, I was so proud of myself because after I had to clean the bathroom floor, I also decided I was going to clean the kitchen and vacuum the rest of the apartment. And I think I actually intended to do the pots and pans that can't go into the dishwasher too before the boyfriend came home. Didn't quite manage that, but he I think was also surprised because I've recently spoken with him and pretty much put my cards on the table and told him, you know, I don't feel capable of being a full-blown adult right now. You have to help me here. We've always shared to a certain extent. We've shared chores and duties, but it's always been, I think that's quite often the case. It's always been, I'm doing more than he does, and everything he does, I have to remind him of several times, and that was not fine, but it just was how it was and what I was used to. And in recent month, I have realized that I let things slide more and more and more. And I don't know if he didn't notice it. He always tells me he doesn't notice when the apartment is in desperate need of a vacuum session, or he doesn't see that the windows are dirty, or he doesn't see that the kitchen looks like a bomb exploded in it. I still think that's just a man trying to get out of, of chores by pretending to be an idiot. It's been my working theory for quite some time. Um, but I basically told him, you have to grow up and help me here, because I am currently drowning in myself and my issues I apparently have. So I know that I have to go back to my therapist and have a few more sessions with them. I have not yet called. I'll be honest with you. That's another tiny boss fight I have to do, because it's another one of these things where you think, oh, you have so much on your plate. Will you please stop putting more on there? Even though logically I know I need to put it on there because it's important. So yeah, working on that. Don't know when that will happen. But maybe you can kick me from time to time and remind me I still have to do that. Because it's actually not fun to have these days where you basically can't do anything. And you know that what you're doing is the wrong thing, and you know what you should be doing and what would be the right thing, but you can't bring yourself because it would require energy you don't have. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. Perfect example of one. So yeah, that's basically the main reason why videos have been so erratic, I guess you would say. And I don't really see that getting better. I might have reversed psychologized myself. I know, again, not a word. Just now, and maybe I'm going to put out, I don't know, full 2 weeks of daily videos now. That could happen, but I fully expect this to be a temporary thing at this moment. We shall see. Anyway, I see I have about 3 minutes of this footage left, which is funny because this is about the moment in time where I would say I've run out of things to talk about, and it's kind of curious that it fits with the original footage, because that's when I was running out of things to talk about too. I'm not finished kitting up this kit. Um, it has over 50 colors, I think. But I'm wondering, do you know which painting I'm kitting up there? Are you familiar with the color palette? If you want to take a guess, please drop it in the comments down below. I would be very happy to see you guessing, and maybe someone will get it right. Like I said, it's not one you have seen on my channel, so you basically can exclude every unboxing I have of a Diamond Art Club kit. And then guess away. It is a newer release too, so second hint. I bought this in May, so it was a May release. I just can't remember if it was mid or end May, but it was somewhere in there. Yeah. So that's all I have for you today. I have filmed a floss tube that should go up tomorrow, so that's the plan for Thursday. I have filmed a flip through of a cross stitch Halloween magazine. That is currently my plan for Friday. I also still need to film. I have not done that yet. Still need to film the wrap up for the diamond painting theme of the month in July, but that should be up on Saturday. Saturday is the 31st, if I am not mixing my dates, but I think I'm still on track here, which will mean that the new diamond painting theme of the month is on Sunday. And like I said, I am planning to have the unboxing of this kit up on Monday. So at least 6 days. I really want to have videos up, and we shall see how I do. If I don't quite manage, please, you know why. Be patient with me. I am just chaotic right now. Chaotic and unreliable, which is quite the bummer, you can believe me. So that is it. Little kitty here is telling me with her very unimpressed face that it's time for me to give her snacks, and I feel her. I'm a little bit hungry, so I guess I will have a small snack before the boyfriend comes home in about probably an hour and 15 minutes. So dinner will have to wait until then. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope you're feeling alright, and if you're not feeling alright, you are smarter than me and getting help. And yeah,